Here are some fascinating facts and historical context surrounding The Nutcracker and the Mouse-King by Ernst T. A. Hoffmann. 1. Authorship and original publication, 1816. Hoffmann, a German Romantic author, originally published the story in 1816 as Nutcracker and The Mouse-King. It first appeared as part of his collection Die Serapionsbrüder, the Serapion Brethren, showcasing his ability to blend fantasy with reality. 2. Romantic era roots. The story reflects the Romantic era's fascination with imagination, childhood innocence, and the supernatural. Hoffmann was known for exploring themes of duality and blurred lines between reality and fantasy, evident in The Nutcracker and the Mouse-King. 3. Drosselmeyer's symbolism. Godfather Drosselmeyer, the eccentric clockmaker, symbolizes the romantic archetype of the enigmatic genius or magician. He is both a guide and a mysterious figure, embodying Hoffmann's interest in the tension between reason and imagination. 4. Dark undertones. Hoffmann's original tale is darker and more complex than the cheerful adaptation seen in modern ballet. The story includes themes of danger, fear, and transformation, such as the violent battles with the Mouse-King and the Nutcracker's cursed backstory. 5. Connection to German folklore. The Nutcracker figure itself is inspired by German folklore, where carved wooden nutcrackers were believed to bring good luck and ward off evil spirits. 6. Influence on Tchaikovsky's ballet. Alexander Dumas père adapted Hoffmann's story into a lighter, more family-friendly version in 1844. Tchaikovsky's The Nutcracker ballet, premiered in 1892, was based on Dumas' adaptation, making the story globally famous. Tchaikovsky's music added timeless appeal, though the ballet initially received mixed reviews before becoming a holiday staple. 7. Innovative narrative style. Hoffmann's story alternates between the real world and fantastical realms, a literary technique that influenced later works in fantasy and children's literature. This interweaving of dream and reality creates a layered narrative, leaving readers questioning the nature of Marie's adventures. 8. Marie vs. Clara. In Hoffmann's original, the protagonist is named Marie, while her doll is Clara. Subsequent adaptations often switch the names, with Clara becoming the protagonist in many ballet versions. 9. Critique of bourgeois values. The story subtly critiques bourgeois materialism, contrasting the stall-bound family's comfortable life with the magical, non-materialistic kingdom of sweets. The Nutcracker's valor and Marie's courage emphasize inner worth over wealth or appearance. 10. Thematic depth. Transformation is a central theme. The Nutcracker's journey from a cursed doll to a prince mirrors personal growth and redemption. Marie's adventures symbolize the transition from childhood to maturity, as she navigates her fears and embraces her imagination. 11. Hoffmann's multi-talented career. Besides being an author, Hoffmann was a lawyer, composer, and artist, which influenced his richly detailed, multisensory storytelling. His background in music is reflected in the story's rhythm and its later adaptation into a ballet. 12. Legacy and influence. The Nutcracker and the Mouse-King helped establish the holiday fantasy genre, inspiring countless adaptations, films, and merchandise. It remains a cultural touchstone, celebrated for its imaginative power and enduring appeal across centuries. 13. Hoffmann's contribution to Gothic and fantasy literature. Hoffmann is regarded as one of the pioneers of Gothic and fantasy literature in the 19th century. His works, including The Nutcracker and the Mouse-King, often feature eerie and dreamlike qualities, bridging the gap between children's fairy tales and adult psychological narratives. 14. Early reception and adaptations. Upon its release, Hoffmann's story was not immediately recognized as a children's classic. Its darker elements and complex narrative initially appealed more to adults. It wasn't until Dumas' more sanitized retelling and its later adaptation into Tchaikovsky's ballet that the story gained widespread popularity among children. 15. Inspired by Hoffmann's personal experiences. Hoffmann's own life experiences often seeped into his works. His fascination with automata and mechanical inventions is reflected in Drosselmeyer's creations, such as the Clockwork Castle. As a lawyer working in the Napoleonic era, Hoffman was also exposed to societal upheavals, which may have influenced the themes of transformation and resilience in his story. 16. Symbolism of the Nutcracker. Nutcrackers were popular in Hoffman's time as festive decorations and toys. They symbolized strength and protection in German culture, as their purpose was to crack tough nuts. The Nutcracker's evolution from a doll to a prince represents the unlocking of hidden potential, paralleling the fairy tale trope of transformation. 17. Dualism of reality and fantasy. Hoffman blurred the lines between reality and fantasy, a hallmark of his storytelling. The tale's structure leaves it ambiguous whether Marie's adventures were a dream or a magical reality. This dualism challenges readers to embrace both the logical and the imaginative aspects of the world. 18. Social commentary. The contrast between the Stahlbaum family's mundane Christmas celebration and the Nutcracker's fantastical kingdom reflects Hoffman's subtle critique of societal norms and materialism. Marie's willingness to defend the Nutcracker and enter his world also suggests a longing for escapism and adventure beyond conventional domestic life. 19. Marie as a proto-feminist heroine. In Hoffman's version, Marie plays an active role in the story, saving the Nutcracker from the Mouse-King and displaying courage and compassion. This portrayal departs from many contemporary fairy tales where female characters are often passive, making Marie a more dynamic protagonist. 20. Influence on other writers. Hoffman's storytelling inspired other literary figures such as Edgar Allan Poe, who admired his ability to combine psychological depth with fantastical elements. The Nutcracker's themes of dreams and alternate realities influenced later children's literature, including works by Lewis Carroll and L. Frank Baum. 21. Romanticism's emphasis on the sublime. The tale exemplifies Romanticism's fascination with the sublime, a sense of wonder that borders on terror, evident in the Mouse-King's grotesque character and the surreal battle scenes. These elements highlight the tension between beauty and horror, a recurring motif in Hoffman's works. 22. The Mouse-King's Seven Heads. The Mouse-King's seven heads are a unique and unsettling detail that adds a layer of the grotesque to the story. This imagery may symbolize overwhelming challenges or the multiplicity of fears that Marie must overcome to protect the Nutcracker. 23. The role of music. Hoffman was deeply passionate about music and even wrote essays on the subject. Although the Nutcracker and the Mouse-King predates Tchaikovsky's ballet, Hoffman's lyrical prose and rhythmic storytelling may have inspired its musical adaptation. 24. Legacy in German Christmas traditions. The story solidified Nutcrackers as a quintessential symbol of German Christmas celebrations. Today, Nutcrackers are popular holiday decorations worldwide, thanks in large part to Hoffman's tale and its adaptations. 25. The Nutcracker as a psychological tale. Some scholars interpret the Nutcracker as a psychological narrative, with the Mouse-King representing Marie's fears or anxieties and the Nutcracker symbolizing the protector within. The story's resolution suggests personal growth as Marie learns to overcome her fears and embrace wonder. 26. Hoffman's unique perspective on childhood. Unlike many contemporaries, Hoffman treated children's experiences as complex and filled with both wonder and fear. His depiction of Marie respects her agency and emotional depth, making the story resonate with readers of all ages. 27. Enduring cultural impact. While Hoffman's original tale is often overshadowed by its ballet adaptation, it remains a foundational work of fantasy literature. Its themes of transformation, bravery, and imagination continue to inspire new interpretations in film, theater, and art. Hoffman's original tale is much more than a simple holiday story. It's a profound exploration of dreams, courage, and the magic of childhood wonder. Thanks for listening and watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Like this video. It helps more people find these classic stories. Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think.